is Rita Crompton, also known as the Inventor Lady. How are you today? So, we're going to talk about people who say, I've got an idea, what do I do first? And some of the hard lessons learned. I had a lady on a call yesterday, and she was telling me about her experience, years of experiences, and those early years of really bad decision making. So, let's see if we can help some of you avoid that. All right, so the first thing is finding out, I've got an idea, what do I do? Well, go to inventorlady.com and download the Inventor's Galaxy Guide. That's going to give you a 30-minute read, very basic steps. All right. Find out whether or not you really do have something new and novel. It is amazing how often I hear someone say, oh, I've got this cool new idea. And it's like 15 minutes later, we can find five of them on Amazon. Really dig around. I know inventors, when you come up with an idea, you really don't want to find it. You think that you really do have that new and novel idea. All right. Probably not so much. So do some checking around on your own. Be honest with yourself, right? Then have a third party do a search. Somebody that doesn't have anything invested in not finding it, like your registered patent attorney shouldn't be doing the search. They want to write the patent, so they're kind of a conflict of interest. But find out, do you really have something? All right. So it comes back and it says, yes, you've got some parameters where you could file some intellectual property. Now you decide whether you want to file or not, but you do want to know that you're not infringing on somebody else. Hence the reason why the search is important on a second stage of that is that, you're not infringing and can you file? All right. So we've got that down. Now you start the spreadsheet. How much money do you have to put into this? And again, be honest with yourself. You really don't want to second mortgage the house, right? Makes the spouse rather angry when you do that. So be straight with yourself. When you look at the Inventor's Galaxy Guide, it's going to give you some parameters on what each stage is going to cost. All right, good to know. And so as you're going through those steps now and you start seeing the reality of the process, again, good to know, because sometimes you say, all right, now I need to see if I've got, a buddy or relative who can help fund some of this. Well, then you've got some other decisions that you need to make. But in the beginning, all right, you've got, yes, you can file, or no, you can't file. Should you file or shouldn't you file? All right. Oh, for goodness sakes, do not run down to a place, all right, and I say that with flutter in my eyes, all right, that's going to say, oh, you need to do a business plan. No, not yet. Maybe someday, not now. There are other things more important than a business plan. You don't have a business yet. The reason to not do a business plan, all right? If you decide that you're going to license it, again, no business plan required. All right. They don't want to see your business plan. A licensee wants to be able to see your patent. All right. One of the reasons why you want to go back and watch some of the patent videos. So that's one of the things. Don't rush out and build a website. Another waste of money. I mean, the one lady, when I was talking to her, the biggest thing that I heard listening was how much money she wasted. All right. Then her biggie was thinking, oh, I've got a direct line to the CEO of one of the big box stores. And I go, how'd that work out for you? And she goes, well, 5 years later, I realized it wasn't going to work out at all. It's like, a quick conversation could have probably helped you 5 years ago. So there are certain things that you need to do in the beginning. A search, find out whether or not you really have something. All right. Can you build your own version of a rough prototype? Duct tape, cardboard. I've seen some good ones out of pipe cleaners, Play-Doh. Get the idea out of your head and into something three-dimensional. It will help you determine size, moving parts. Where does the door have to open if it's got a door on it? All right. Now you look for options as far as building the sexier version of the prototype. These are the places where you spend some money, right? When I get someone that says, oh, I don't want to spend money on a patent, it costs too much. No, that's probably one of the least expensive parts of this whole thing. It's all about the hourly rate the attorney is going to charge. All right. Don't want to do this pro se. There's the dog in the background. Sorry about that. All right. Don't want to do this pro se. So you do need to budget for the intellectual property. Now, what you should budget early on for intellectual property, somewhere between 10 and 15,000. If you've got an attorney that says it's going to be 50, find another attorney. All right. Look at their hourly rate. The number of hours is pretty consistent. It's the hourly rate that is the big kicker to your budget. All right. So you've got that in your budget. Then go and look at some of the options for building then a basic prototype. That's the other big thing. All right. To license your intellectual property, you have to have intellectual property done by a registered patent attorney and a sexy prototype and the ability to go to a professional trade show in your industry. Now, for a lot of our inventors, we choose the National Hardware Show because it covers the most industries, right? If you're getting ready and you know that you're going to have that functioning proof of concept, sexy version of a prototype, and you want to go with us in 2023, now is the time to be thinking about it and getting in touch with me, right? Like now in July, all right? Things happen really, really fast after that. But those are the three biggies, all right? Your intellectual property, your proof of concept prototype, and your first trade show. No business plan needed. You don't need to have the business set up yet. Oh, I cannot tell you how many times people spend silly money because they think they need to have it to do this, all right? Not yet, all right? There may come a time. Don't throw good money away. You're going to need it, all right? But you need to be able to spend it on the important parts of inventing, all right? And inventing is very different than starting a local business, a mechanic shop, a pizza parlor, a restaurant. Those are different, all right? Different rules, different guidelines, different expenses. So if you go to a local meeting and they say, well, if you're starting a business, no, you're not starting a business yet. You're learning what you need to do to get there. And if you end up with royalties because you licensed it, again, you've saved a lot of money from going down the tubes because you had a mindset for licensing and using your money wisely. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, rita@inventorlady.com. Join one of our meetings. You can join the Rural America meeting. That is for people anywhere in the United States, coast to coast, any time zone, third Thursday of the month. Join us. Ask your questions. Don't get taken advantage of. It's a tough world out there. Have a great day.